Hey there, morning everybody. I'm jumping on here doing conscious coffee before the storm hits because there is a storm coming. So there's a storm here in Texas for the rest of the week. I'm actually really bummed about that. Really bummed about that. Because you know what? Yesterday I started to feel a little bit clearer from all the pollen that I accumulated that I absorbed up in Arkansas, and now this storm is coming in and it never fails. Like, the storm comes in and it washes down all the pollen that we have here, and then I just feel like ugh. So yeah, and then I just had this beautiful relaxing morning. Allowed myself to sleep in, listen to some fantastic meditational stuff, did a whole bunch of mindset work, and just a really chill, relaxed morning, which is good because the rest of my day, which is really excited, that's happening this afternoon. If any of you know, oh, there we are. Okay, my internet's all messed up because of the storm now, so we might be coming and going a little bit. If for some reason I all of a sudden disappear, don't leave. I'll be back. I'll be back with another like round 2 of conscious coffee. Anyway, but no, Primal Reboot is week number 3 is being taught, so that's a fully recorded global workshop for men, all about tapping into inner fierceness, tapping into compassion, play, passion, soul direction, confidence, you know, like all the stuff that you guys typically get told probably shouldn't do, or, you know, like this is the way you should be in today's world, this is, you know, past programs, all that kind of stuff. We're talking about a whole bunch of stuff in that workshop. I know that a lot of the men that are in the class are already like, oh my gosh, this is like taking a whole college level course, because it is jam-packed. But that's not what this conscious coffee is about. I just had to get that off because it is week number 3 of Primal Reboot, and I am really freaking excited to have the group of men that I have in there and to be able to share all this stuff with them. So this morning though, while I was making my second cup of coffee and getting ready for my day and everything, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do conscious coffee. And what came up for me was this whole attraction that we get and how we don't listen to our gut. We just tend to ignore our gut. And, you know, last night I sat down and I wrote an article about the soul-sucking things that we are addicted to. And I was talking about, in that essence, like how we get addicted to work, and we get addicted to jobs, and we get addicted to this way of life, which is nothing more than existing, when everything inside of us is a fuck no to it, but we're just going, no, I have to do it for this reason, this reason, this reason. And then this morning, kind of a little bit more run, I might have to go inside, I think it's starting to rain. This morning, kind of a little bit deeper run on that, I started to think about, you know, like I started relating it to dating and to our financial picture and just to everything out there that we tend to not listen to. And we do these things, like we go out on a date with somebody, and men and women alike, but us women are really guilty of this. We go out on a date and we're like, well, he's a good looking guy, he's a nice guy, he's this, he's that. Something isn't lining up, so we're like, okay, we'll go out on date number 2. We're like, okay, then we go out on date number 3. We might have sex, we might, you know, we might do these things because we're like testing the waters. And we get sidetracked by the package. We get sidetracked by the package, the wrapping of the package. We're like, ooh, that's a pretty bow. Ooh, that's some nice wrapping paper. Ooh, I like the shape of this box. And then we open up and it's like, oh, there's some nice tissue in here. This is really, you know, like this is a really nice package. And as we dig down, and it takes us time to dig into that package, then we start to discover that we're not all into everything that's in there. It's not what we thought it was. But now we're months, you know, weeks, months, even possibly years down the road, when on the front side, we looked at that package and we're like, yeah, the package looks nice, but I don't know, I just feel like it's not for me. I think it's for somebody else. I think it's for somebody else. And then we just disregard it. We, you know, like we disregard that feeling, and we decide, well, I'm going to open this package. It's going to be, you know, it's right here in front of me. I'm going to just open it. We do that with our work too. Like, we go in and we get a job, we go to college for this or for that because somebody told us this is what we're supposed to do. This is how you have a successful life. This is how you have a happy life. You do this, 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 this. And if you do all of this, it's going to add up to this. And there you are. You're going to be happy. You're going to have the house. You're going to have the family. You're going to have the car. You're going to get rained on. All right, we're going in. Into the house we go. All right, hold on, guys. For this, unfortunately, I have to, maybe not. I'll just go over here to the table. Hold on, I was journaling, so we'll just go like this. I was gonna go set up everything, but I think this is good. Okay, no rain in here, thank goodness. But no, so we get into this stuff and we go down this path, and it's like happiness is promised to us if we do this 1, 2, 3, almost as if there's some specific structure that if we just follow this path, these steps, that's going to provide us happiness. And if you talk to anybody who has taken those steps, or if you are somebody who has taken those steps, you can probably say, well, I have, I have the house, yeah, I'm married, yeah, I have 2.5 kids. Yeah, I've got the college degrees. Yeah, I've got this. Yeah, I've got that. I've got $100,000 worth of debt too. I've got, I still owe college money. I still, I have this debt. I have that debt. I have all this different stuff. I'm basically living for the job. When we got married, everything was great for the first 18 months, 2 years, but then we had kids, and then life happened, and this happened, and yeah, I feel like I have just a roommate that I don't really even know that I'm living with. But on that front side, if you were to go back and you were to revisit that person back when they made those decisions, the majority of the time, I'm not saying this across the board because it's never across the board, right? It's never 100%. We're talking majority. The majority of the time, a lot of people would say, well, I got with that person because, I was 25, I was 28, I was 30, I was 35. I didn't want to, live the rest of my life alone. I got tired of waking up in bed alone. I wanted companionship. I wanted connection. They're nice, they're my best friend. They're my best friend. They're nice. They're this. They don't talk to their best friend. They're not intimate very much with their best friend. They don't really feel like they can be 100% truthful with their best friend or even themselves with their best friend. But they're counting this person as their best friend because they've been living together for whatever the year span is, because they've raised kids, because they bought a house, because they did this, because they're committed, because there was responsibility there. And the same thing goes for the work, the job, the whatever it is, whether it is that they built a business because that was just their path, but they're really not, their heart and soul's not in it. It never really aligned. It just made good money. It was a good opportunity that happened to come by. And I was like, well, it's not, I don't really know what I want. So this is appearing, so I'm just going to go do that. And look, it makes money. So I'm just going to go do that. Oh, look, it gives me sex. It gives me companionship. So I'm just going to go do that. Oh, look, that seems like the right path. Like, it's just opening right here. I'm not really certain as to what I want, or I know that I'm never going to be able to have exactly what I want because my dreams, they're out there. They're outlandish. They're crazy. And I'm just tired of waiting. I'm just tired of waiting. I don't have the right education. I don't have the right looks. I don't live in the right area. I don't have this. I don't have that. A lot of people think I'm too much. A lot of people think that I'm not enough. All of those things, when we start justifying our reasons for going against what our soul, what our gut, our intuition is telling us, and we start going, well, but this is going to give me this. This is more of a guarantee. FYI, there's no such fucking thing as guarantees in life. Life is a risk. From the moment you were conceived, life was a risk. There's no guarantees that anything is going to definitely work out one way or another. You can play your cards safe and you can live a life that is just right along this path, never changing, never expanding, never growing, just giving you this where you don't expand, where you feel empty, where you feel just like, that's just the way it is. Pop some antidepressants, get sick consistently, never really truly meet yourself, never really truly meet your soulmates in life, friends, family members at a deeper level, lovers, all of that stuff that's out there. Never really experience and expand, really truly feel yourself, or never be able to look in the mirror and go, you know what? I am me. I am me. I am 100% me. No matter how you're choosing to show up, it doesn't much matter. Can you look in the mirror and can you say, I feel good about who I am. I feel good about the choices that I've made. I feel that I can stand authentically in integrity in front of anybody, especially self, and go, yes, yes. I am living my life. I am thriving. I feel good most of the time. And I say most of the time because guess what? We live in this world and we're never going to be 100% positive energy 100% of the time. Part of the life is just that we have to experience some negativity, because that negativity helps us create desire, helps us learn about ourselves, helps us build our spiritual, our emotional muscles, helps get us that guidance that we need. So we're never going to be 100% positive energy at any given time. We're going to ebb and we're going to flow. But are you standing more in the positive or more in the negative? Are you just kind of numbing yourself out and avoiding the fact that you're really quite unhappy with where you're at? Maybe in your relationship, maybe with your health, maybe with your money, with your work. Is it from soul? Are you living a soul-based life? Or are you living a life based on somebody else's ideas, perceptions, judgments, criticisms of what they think a good life looks like? Are you on purpose? That means in purpose. Or are you, well, this takes care of the responsibilities. I mean, it's great if you can, if your goal is that you reach your deathbed and you can say, I always paid my bills on time. Always paid my bills on time. And that's all that mattered, was that I paid the financial institutions my bills on time. Yes, I am a good citizen. I am proud of myself because I never, ever, ever was 2 days late. I never, ever, ever went and did any of those crazy things out there that pushed any buttons that caused it where I couldn't, make my car payment on time one month. And there was that year that I didn't own a house. And there was that, that year that I did struggle a little bit because I was trying to figure out living on purpose and what that meant and what that looked like. People who take risks do take risks. They're going to take dings in multiple ways. They're going to be criticized and judged, and the haters are going to come out of the closets. Because anytime you go out there and you say, I am living on purpose, I am standing in my truth, the majority of society looks down on that. The majority of society wants to condemn you. And I'm going to just flash backward about 2,000 years here. Just about 2,000 years, a little bit more. There once was a man named Jesus who decided to live his purpose. He decided to live his purpose. He decided to step out in his truth. He decided to vocalize, to share, to speak his truth. And he decided to be a little weird. Just a little weird. He went out, he performed miracles, he healed people, he rose the dead. He turned water into wine. Helped people get drunk. He partied. He hung out with prostitutes and beggars, sinners of all kind. And he was condemned for it. But we still remember him today. We still remember him today for speaking the truth, for walking in the light. And no matter what your spiritual belief is, we can go to many, many, many different religions, and we will find men and women alike who chose to stand out from the crowd, who chose to walk in their truth, who chose to walk in their purpose. And we look at that and it just stirs. There's something about somebody who is willing to stand out there and speak their truth and live from their soul, no matter what the world is criticizing them for, no matter what they're being judged for, no matter how many haters come out and cast stones. They choose to stand in that. They don't go with the grain and go, well, this is a good paycheck, you know, this is safe. It's going to keep me right here. It's going to do this. This person has a nice package. It's going to look like we're going to have good family pictures. We'll make nice children together. Like we're going to have really good family pictures, you know, and they're nice. And they do this and they do that. Don't really feel like deep love for them. Don't really feel great connection. Don't feel great intimacy. But we're going to have a great family picture. You know, my family really will approve of this person. This is exactly the person that my mom and dad want me to bring home, that they've always told me that I need in my life. This is the person. And that's why I'm going to marry them. That's why I'm going to get into a deep relationship with them. That's why I'm going to have children with them. That's why, because what my family's approval is about is more important than what my soul calls me to. The things that rattle your cage, that rock your boat, that get you to just go, yes, typically are never going to be things that everybody else thinks you should be doing or having or achieving. But if you want happiness, if you want thriving, if you want to really truly step into your life, if you want to have more financial wealth than what you can even imagine potentially, better, deeper, hotter, more intimate, more vulnerable, more truthful, more authentic, in integrity relationships than what you could ever imagine, guess what? Your boat, your cage, it's going to rattle left and right because it's not easy. It's not easy to stand in truth. It is not easy to live in integrity. It is not easy to present who you are at any given time. Just like be there and then take all the flack that comes at you for being that. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of self-love. It takes a lot of passion for life. A desire to want to live in truth. And to just stop caring what everybody else proclaims is right for you. And know that your soul is a direct communication tool to God. And God is speaking to you, and God is guiding you, and God has a beautiful path lined up for you. And you can make a choice. You can have this simple little path over here where everything's kind of lined out. And you can pop your antidepressants, and you can do the things that you want that are just like right in this little box, and never get out of that little box, and never waver, and make everybody in your life happy but you. And you can die on your bed and go, well, I made everybody in my life happy. If I had it all over to do again, what would I do? And if you ask yourself that question, like so many people, when they age, when they get to that critical point of transition, of croaking, guess what? What do they answer? The majority of those people, they all talk about, I wish I had risked more. I wish I had loved more. I wish I had adventured more. I wish I had played more. I wish I had done this. I wish I had said yes to myself more. It's your choice as to what kind of person you want to be. I'm just on here stating my opinion, my noticings, because you know what? We get sidetracked by a lot of things, like sexual chemistry, like a paycheck, financial gain. We get caught up in prestige. We get caught up in the resume of whatever it is. And a resume means nothing. A resume means nothing. What is the depth of whatever you are looking at or thinking about? Is it something that really truly calls your soul? Is it really truly captivate you? Or is it just going to look nice on paper? Or in a picture, or to your family, or to social media? What's your reasoning? And with that, I feel very complete. Like I could go on and on, but no need. A whole bunch of people I saw jumping on here. Morning, David, Kent, Steve, Woody, Aaron, Tom, Dawn, Eric. My goodness, guys. Morning, David, Patrick. I said morning to Ron. Morning, Addison, and Danny. Well, so there you go. You know, that's kind of why I designed the Primal Reboot, was because since I see all these men on there, I designed a Primal Reboot because a lot of my clients you know, my male clients, they are definitely struggling in this category, struggling with relationships, struggling with sex, struggling with money, struggling with purpose, struggling with confidence, and worried about like, how am I supposed to be? How am I supposed to show up in this world? And ladies, we do it too. We do it just as bad. We get stuck in this world and we try to become a man in so many ways, and we get stuck up in our head and we forget to embody ourselves. We forget to like live according to our hearts, our souls, and let our creative energy flow. We get caught up in the no, I got to do this and this and this and this and this. And we completely miss everything. Completely. So, this month meaning tomorrow, because tomorrow is May 1st. This month, the month of May, is Ladies Month for me. It is Ladies Month. I've got a massive amount of stuff that is coming out. Some of the things to look for. Local ladies, we got some workshops coming up. Got some co-ed workshops coming up as well for local people. We got Tantra 201, which I'm teaching with Addison Bell, which is coming up in not this weekend, but the following weekend. It's an intensive level 2 hands-on experiential workshop focused on the practices of Tantra. So that is coming up as in just a couple weeks. Beautiful, beautiful co-ed experience there. It is PG-13, so all clothes are kept on. It's not going to be anything wild and risky like that. It is very much focused on true Tantra, on the base level true Tantra stuff. So we are teaching foundational things in these workshops. And then you can take that off into all other practices, okay? So for any of you who look at Tantra and go, oh, Tantra means some sexual this or that, just FYI, sex in Tantra is about 5-6% of Tantra. It is not the whole pie. It is a very small slice of the pie at that. It just is a piece that often gets forgotten in so many other things, and Tantra weaves that into everything because it is part of our life and it should not be ignored. Some of the other stuff that I have going on, I've got Manifest Your Man, ladies, single ladies out there, all you single ladies. I've got Manifest Your Man coming up, live global workshop, which will be coming out in just a couple weeks as well. Taught here on Facebook, live global workshop, videos, downloads, focuses teaching you how to call in men. I'm teaching this class globally. I taught it locally a month and a half ago or so. Now I'm teaching it globally. It is definitely a very powerful, powerful class. And, you know, I'm one of those women that I always make jokes around about that I can't help it, but there's always a great guy right around the corner. I don't chase men. It's just one of those things of like, if you want to call in a great guy, you need to know yourself. You need to know what you want. And then it just sort of happens. Well, how does it just sort of happen? That's what we're going to be talking about in Manifest Your Man. I'm going to give you the skills, the tips, the tricks, the things that I've learned from just my career of being a woman and how I've always managed to have some amazing men in my life and how I managed to have like 11 boyfriends at one time and the things that I learned from them. I'm going to share some great big intimacies with you guys about that relating process and how to really create the energy that you want to create so that you can call in that soulmate lover, that conscious lover into your life. So if you know any women that are needing that and are single, please share that course with them. The other thing that you'll see coming out that's not fully designed yet, but I know there's a lot of women that follow me that are moms and are entrepreneurs. And being a mom of 7 and an entrepreneur since I was about 18 and a half, 19 years old, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the success secrets that I have learned over the course of the last 20 plus years and what I've done to manage to consistently be full-time mom, consistently run a business, still manage to have plenty of play and TLC time for myself and be able to take care of myself, and how to just kind of wrap it all up, manage it, and still make it home in time to make dinner. So it's called Superwoman Success Secrets. It's a beautiful, beautiful workshop globally, again, taught here on Facebook to teach all the women who are mompreneurs out there, single or coupled, how you can manage a life and have it all. So that will be coming out. Look for that, the details on that soon. Let me see. There's a couple other things, but I feel like that's probably more than enough to share with you guys. on this particular live. If you have any questions, ladies especially, know May is Mother's Day month. It is Women's Month to me, and is what I'm sharing. Sorry, guys. You want to talk to me about something else? Well, guess what? We can talk about something else. But May is Women's Month for me. So, let me see. Anything? Nope. That's it. I will catch you guys tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee sometime throughout the day. And as always, stop existing, start living. You can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. If anything in here touched your soul, touched your heart, made you think of somebody who needed to hear it, hit the little share button. Thank you, everybody who has been watching, and I look forward to communicating tomorrow with you. Okay, bye, everybody.